Looking forward to the greeting at our wedding next time. I'm nervous, but I'm looking forward to meeting Emily's parents. I'm glad to hear you say that. My parents are happy about our marriage, and I'm sure they'll warmly welcome Dylan. My family home is in the countryside, so feel free to take your time there. I grew up in the city, so I've always been fascinated with country life. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad to hear you say that. My parents are really excited about it. They're farmers, so they want you to try our homegrown vegetables. There will probably be lots of homemade vegetable dishes on the day, so be prepared. Hold on a second. What do you mean by a farmer? Huh? Didn't I mention it? My parents are both farmers. They grow quite a variety of vegetables. Especially our tomatoes are really popular. They're juicy, sweet, and really delicious. Wait a minute. Why have you been hiding something so important until now? I told you I'm from the countryside. But you didn't say anything, so I thought you weren't a farmer. Sorry, Emily. If you're saying your parents are farmers, I want to call off this marriage. I'm breaking off our engagement and leaving you. What? Wait a minute, Dylan. Why would you say something like breaking off our engagement? Is there something wrong with my parents being farmers? It's not that there's something wrong, it's just impossible. How could I, a rich man, marry a poor farmer? Poor? You don't get it, do you? My parents run a company and I'm what you call a company president's son. I even plan to take over my father's company someday. And yet, me marrying a woman from a poor farming family, I couldn't do such a dishonorable thing to my parents. What do you mean dishonorable? You just assume that farmers are poor. Don't push your prejudice on us. But farmers in the countryside just work in the mud all their lives, right? And yet, they say they don't make enough money. I don't want to marry a woman from such a dirty family. Huh? And the countryside is inferior to the city anyway. Farmers are probably all uneducated people, right? Isn't that just poor? Wait a minute. What is that you're trying to say by staying quiet all this time? How much do you have to belittle farmers to be satisfied? I'm not belittling them. I'm just stating facts. Huh? Anyway, if you're saying Emily's family is a bunch of farmers, I'm going to break off our engagement. I need a wife suitable for the title of a CEO's son. Emily, I thought you were smart, beautiful, and suitable to be my wife. I never thought you had poor country blood. I don't want my children to have poor blood. I never thought you would have such values. Let's both calm down for a moment. For now, let's postpone announcing our marriage. I'll explain it well to our parents. Hello, Emily. It's been a while. I heard from my son Dylan that you've broken off your engagement. It's been a while, Mila. But we haven't broken up. We just found out that we have different values. I hope we can slowly align our values from now on. What are you talking about so casually? When my son says he's breaking off the engagement, it's over. Breaking off an engagement with a country girl is only natural. I've had a feeling for a long time. My son and his father like you, but as a mother, I can't be fooled. I've always known about your lowly, poor blood. Lowly, poor? So you think the same way about farmers, Mila? Exactly. You're a poor country girl seducing my son. I'm sure you were dating him because he's the son of a CEO. Eh? I know everything. You've been approaching us for our wealth from the start, haven't you? That's just like a lowly poor person to do. I've always thought you were suspicious. Mila, you just hate me, don't you? You hate the fact that your beloved son's bride is me. I feel unwelcome from the beginning, but I didn't expect you to jump on the bandwagon. Shut up, you poor thing! Growing up in a farming family in the countryside, you're not suitable for our family. Farmers are probably far removed from the sophisticated sensibilities of the city. As a mother, I just don't want my beloved son to marry someone like that. Enough is enough. How much more do you and Mila have to mock farmers before you're satisfied? Farming is a very hard but wonderful job. I know that. It's a tough job, but it's necessary for the distribution of vegetables. But poor is poor. What we call a farmer is someone who's stupid and poor because they chose to do hard work. What did you say? It's not like there are vegetables that can only be grown in the States. We should just import everything from abroad. And yet, they choose to do such hard and poor work. There are plenty of jobs in the world. And I can't understand the foolishness of choosing to be a farmer. I can't understand you. How dare you say such terrible things about farmers? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe the words of the city are too harsh for a country bumpkin. I'm feeling sick, so I'll excuse myself. At this rate, I feel like smashing my phone on the floor. Oh, the things country people do are scary. So please think positively about breaking up with my son. It's best for the lower class to marry the lower class.
Hey, Emily. I've sent your stuff to your family home.
Huh?
We've already broken up, so you won't be coming to my room anymore, right? So I went ahead and packed up your stuff. Your poor family probably doesn't have any money, so I paid for the shipping.
I haven't said anything about breaking up with Dylan, have I? We haven't even had a face-to-face discussion yet. Why are you doing things your own way?
No matter how much we talk, my feelings won't change. As I've said many times, I'm the son of a CEO, and a country farmer's daughter doesn't match someone like me. I'll forgive you for still being attached to me, so please break up with me.
Dylan, are we really breaking up? We've been together for 3 years, and we promised to get married, remember? Are you really okay with breaking up over something like my family background?
Of course it's fine. Unlike you, I'm a popular guy. I'm sure cute girls will come to me soon. And I'll find a girl from a good background and family to marry from among them.
So, you don't have any feelings for me anymore?
Nope. The moment I found out you're a poor country girl, my love for you cooled.
Dylan.
Come on, get it through your head. Emily was a smart girl for a farmer. As the son of a CEO, I need a wife who matches me properly. I can't marry a poor farmer.
Your father is furious. My love for Dylan has completely cooled after this conversation. So let's amicably break off the engagement. But deal with your father yourself. I don't know what will happen to you after you break off our engagement.
Wait, what do you mean my dad is furious? Why is my dad angry? And how do you know about it?
Because I'm with him right now.
Together, as in my dad and Emily?
Yes, that's right. Dylan's dad. He came all the way to my parents' house.
Huh? To your parents' house?
I'm at my parents' house right now to discuss breaking off our engagement. And then just now, your father came to visit. He bowed deeply at the entrance and apologized for the situation.
What? Why would my dad bow his head? And why would he go to your parents' house? What the hell do you mean? Why would he go to your parents' house, you idiot son? How dare you speak like that about someone else's parents' home? Who do you think is that made me come here to bow my head? You insulted her family. You insulted the profession of farming. That's why I'm here bowing my head. Can't even this idiot son of mine understand that? Wait, is that my dad? You haven't changed a bit since you were a child. Just because her family is richer than others, you've been showing off since you were little. What do you mean you want a wife who matches the son of a CEO? How many times do I have to tell you not to take credit for your parents' achievements? Wait a minute, Dad. You don't have to be so angry, do you? I thought it through and decided to break off the engagement. Yet, you bowing your head makes it look bad, doesn't it? Why would you bow to just a farmer? It's obvious since I have respect for farmers. The stupid son of mine. You're still a young man who doesn't understand the harshness of society at all. Don't you dare belittle farmers, or Emily, and her family. I won't tolerate any disrespectful behavior. No, why are you so angry, Dad? It's a fact that farmers are covered in mud all year round, make an income that's not worth it. I decided to break off the engagement considering you and our family. Choosing a wife suitable for our family is supposed to be my duty as a son. That's why I decided to break up with Emily, who comes from a farming family. Listen well, Dylan. My father's family was also a farmer. In other words, you, as my son, also have farmer's blood in you. Huh? My father's family were farmers? My parents, that is, your grandparents, died early. So you wouldn't know, but my family has been farming for generations. I left the family and started a company in California. What? Aren't I a city boy born and raised in California generation after generation? You were just born and raised in California, you idiot son. Yet, you're showing off that you're city raised, even if you were born and raised in the city. Every vegetable you eat casually is made by farmers. Don't forget that your body is made up of the farmers you mock. Well... I've also started gardening as a hobby recently. It's fun touching the soil, remembering my parents. But crops are affected by the weather. And the more you pursue taste, the more time and effort it takes than you imagine. Her parents are doing that every day. Yet, you're looking down on them, treating them like they're poor. As a person, and as a father, I will never forgive you. Calm down, Dad. You've been getting too worked up about just a farmer's issue. Listen well, you idiot son. Farmers are proud people who live with nature and work honestly. And you, who insult such wonderful people. I'm truly ashamed. I won't let such a man take over my company. As of today, I'm removing you from the list of heir candidates. What? Wait a minute, Dad. What the hell are you thinking, removing me from the list of heir candidates? I'm an only child. Who are you going to have take over if you don't let me? You can just have some competent employee take over. Or I could just close the company when I retire. Don't think you can just take over unconditionally because your parent is the president. The world isn't as sweet as vegetables. So... I can't believe that people with prejudice like you are my son and daughter-in-law. Listen, you will go apologize to her and her parents later. Of course, you're going to properly pay for the consolation of breaking off the engagement. You wasted her years and hurt her and her parents. As a man, you should prepare a proper amount of money without being told to.
What should I do? I just got a message from my father. He says he wants to divorce me. Emily, I'm sorry for everything I said the other day. So please, could you stop my father's rampage?
You don't need to apologize to me. Why not get a divorce?
What?
Mila, you also hate farmers like Dylan, don't you? Then why don't you divorce your husband who is from a farming family?
What are you talking about? He is from a farming family, but he's running a company now. I'm living a free and luxurious life as the wife of a company president. I absolutely do not want a divorce.
But your husband definitely wants the divorce. He said it's a good opportunity since you're not getting over your spendthrift habits that he's been warning you about. He said he has plenty of reasons to divorce, and if he's refused, he'll use lawyers or whatever to get it done.
What did you say? Is my husband that serious? Is he really saying he wants to divorce me that much?
Seems like it. It seems he couldn't stand being ridiculed about farmers.
What should I do? What should I do? I didn't think my husband would get that angry.
Please discuss it between the two of you. I'll excuse myself now. I hope you can convince him somehow. Please, Emily. I finally realized my mistake. I was just boasting about being the son of the company's president. I'm really sorry for the things I've said that hurt you and your family. I've reflected on it, and I do love you after all. So please, will you marry me?
What? Didn't you say your love for me had completely cooled off? You said that a poor farmer like me was not suitable for you, right?
No, that's...
Oh, I see. Since you're no longer the president's son, you can marry me, right? I got a call from your father this morning. He said he officially removed you as his successor. And he even disowned you. And told you never to come back home.
What? Did my father report all that to you?
Sorry, but I have no more feelings or attachment to you. I won't get back together with you, so please find another girl quickly. If you're a popular guy, it should be easy.
Wait, Emily. I can't be with any other girl. I need you to convince my father.
Convince?
I haven't given up on my dream of taking over the family business, so I have to make up with my father. But my father is very stubborn once he's made up his mind. I think he won't forgive me unless we get back together.
So you want to marry me to make up with your father? In the end, you only think about yourself.
Don't be so mean, Emily. If you marry me, you'll be the future president's wife. I'll let you live in luxury and I'll even spend money to your parents. Then your parents will definitely be happy.
Don't ridicule me. My parents earn enough not to need your money. They even bought a luxury car recently, and they can afford to go on overseas trip just for the two of them every year.
What? Is that so?
You really don't understand what it means to be a farmer, do you?
No, you don't want to understand.
Anyway, I'd hate to marry a man like you, even if the earth was about to explode.
Wait, Emily, wait.
If you keep pestering me, I'll tell my dad. And he said he'll fully support me then.
What?
Get it? Don't contact me ever again. We're no longer engaged and I hate you. You will never eat vegetables again. You who don't know the importance of a farm should just drink water for the rest of your life. And as for what happened to Dylan afterwards, the rumor that he was no longer the successor of the company spread like wildfire, and out of desperation, he tried contacting his female friends. But all of them said, "I'm not interested in a man who can't become a president," and even his business friends started distancing themselves, saying, "I don't want to be disliked by your dad." Now he's completely quiet, saying, "If I lose my job without a home to go back to, it's over." And at work, he's seriously and quietly committed to his job. And as for his mother, Mila, she seems to have avoided divorce by apologizing on her knees. But in return, her credit card, which she had been spending recklessly, was confiscated. And she was told to sell the vegetables you grow in your home garden and use that as your allowance, and handed a shovel and vegetable seeds. Now she's heard to be desperately growing vegetables with teary eyes.
Hey Tessa, Alicia, where are you guys? Mom said something about going on a trip somewhere?
Oh, yeah, we left already. We're going on a road trip to California to meet up with some guys.
Huh? But why wasn't I invited? I would have loved to come with you guys. We could have made it a sister's getaway. Like, we could have planned it all out and stopped along the way at different sites and stuff.
Yeah, but we can't really do that now.
Well, when did you leave?
Just this morning, maybe like an hour or two ago.
Well, that's not too far away. If you stop there, maybe Mom could run me out to you and we can continue the rest of the journey together? Just give me a little time to sort a bag out, and then I'll be with you as soon as possible.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to be possible.
Why not?
Look, I was trying not to hurt your feelings and all, but me and Alicia don't want you coming on this trip with us.
What?
This isn't a normal trip. It's not like a vacation. We decided that we are both fed up with being single. We want to find ourselves a husband, so that's what this trip is about.
But you're going to California.
Yeah, so?
You really think you're going to find a husband all the way in California?
Yeah, why wouldn't we?
Well, why there? Surely you could have found someone a bit closer to home.
We can't just start dating any random guy. We've both got some pretty specific requirements about the kind of guys that we want to marry.
Like what?
Well, I want someone who is kind, makes me laugh, and loves the outdoors. Alicia wants someone who is really outgoing. I mean, you know what she's like. She also wants them to be fun and up for anything. But the most important thing about the men we want to marry is that they've both got to be really hot and have quite a lot of money.
And you're going to find men like that in California?
California is like home to the hot server dude. Everyone knows that.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind finding someone to be with as well. It would be nice to be able to have someone to talk to and spend time with. I could catch a flight if you don't want to wait for me and meet you and Alicia at the hotel.
I've already said that we don't want you tagging along with us.
But why not? What have I done that could possibly have upset you two?
It's not that you've done anything. It's just that, well, me and Alicia happen to look a certain way and guys tend to respond to it. You don't really fit in.
What? Are you saying that you think I'm ugly?
You said it, not me.
I can't believe you'd say something like that.
Look, you have to admit that you're not as pretty as me and Alicia, right?
Well, I might not prescribe to that bleach blonde Barbie look, but that doesn't mean that I'm ugly.
But that's the thing. Even if you did try to make yourself look like me and Alicia, it wouldn't work. You're too big and your features are all wrong. If you were to come to the beach and look for guys with us, we'd end up meeting no one. And do you know why?
Why?
Because they'd all be too embarrassed to come and talk to me and Leash while you are standing there. Guys would obviously want to talk to us, but they'd feel obligated to talk to you as well. It would then get really awkward because they'd want to take us on a date and they'd feel like they'd have to ask you as well, when they really didn't want to. So, in order to not end up in that situation, they'd just not talk to us.
Wow, you really think I'm so ugly that no one would want to come and talk to me?
It's not your fault. You can't help how you were born. Although you could probably exercise a bit more to get rid of some of that chub you have. It might help you out a little bit. You could join the gym that me and Leash go to.
I can't believe my own sister would put me down like this. I'm going to see what Alicia says about all of this. For all I know, you're just being horrible and Alicia has no clue what you're actually saying.
I mean, you're welcome to ask her, but you might not like her answer. You know she's way more blunt than I am.
Whatever, we'll just see. Hey Alicia, Tessa and I were just talking about the trip you and her are going on and why she doesn't want me there. But she's just being horrible, right? You don't actually think that I'm that ugly that guys wouldn't want to talk to me, do you?
In all honesty, yeah, I do.
What?
Whose idea do you think it was to leave you behind in the first place? I'm looking for a new husband, and I don't want him scared off by your face.
But
Look, I'm driving so I can't talk. Just don't follow us. I won't be responsible for looking after you, and if you do turn up anyway, then I'll just act like I have no idea who you are. It's not as if we look the same.
fine then, do whatever you want. I won't bother you with my ugliness anymore. In fact, I'll make sure to stay out of your lives so that you never have to see my ugly face ever again.
Oh, stop being so overdramatic. It's not like we're saying that we don't want to spend time with you or that you're not our sister. We just want to have a good chance at meeting some hot guys, and you being there would ruin any chances we might have. That's it. We'll see you when we get back.
No, I don't think you will.
Look, we'll talk about it when we get back. Till then, just don't text us, okay? I don't want to be dealing with you when I'm trying to meet my future husband.
Whatever.
Hey Joe, we're back. Sorry we haven't messaged for a while. It was a bit hectic over in Cali. Can you believe that neither me nor Alicia found a husband though? I mean, I thought for sure we would. But I suppose it was a big enough holiday in the end. Joy, are you there?
What do you want, Tessa?
Well, I just thought that I'd let you know that me and Alicia were back. Thought you might want to come around and have a chat. Hear about how our search for the perfect husbands turned into a horrible fail, lol.
No, thanks.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me that you're still upset that we went without you. Honestly, you wouldn't have enjoyed going anyway. All we did was spend our days on the beach and our nights in clubs. I know you hate clubs, and you definitely would have found the beach boring. You've always been more of an adventurer.
No, I'm just busy.
Oh, doing what?
I'm currently on my way to Italy, actually.
What? Italy? Why are you going there? Surely you're not going to have a good time on your own. Why didn't you tell me and Alicia? We've always wanted to go, and we would have been more than happy to go with you.
I'm not going on my own.
Who are you going with?
I'm actually heading there with my boyfriend, Tim.
Okay, Joy, there's no need to lie to me. Making up a boyfriend just to get back at me and Leash is kind of sad.
I'm not making him up. I'll send you a photo.
Oh wow, he's really cute. How on earth did you manage to snag him? He's not with you on a pity date kind of thing, is he? 'Cause that would be really sad, and I'd hate for you to get hurt like that.
Geez, thank you for the vote of confidence.
Well, what is it then? There's no way someone who looks like you could actually be dating someone as handsome as him. So how did you manage to bribe him into being with you?
If you must know, after you and Alicia went on your trip a few weeks ago, and so pleasantly told me that you thought I was so ugly I wasn't worthy to be seen with you, I was incredibly hurt. I felt so insecure that I actually started going to the gym like you suggested to work out for at least 3 hours a day, and I began to skip meals and eat very little.
That's not very healthy.
Yeah, I know. After about a week or two of doing this, I'd notably lost weight, but I still felt awful. I ended up having a bit of a breakdown in a dessert shop as I ordered whatever I could. Thankfully, while I was crying my eyes out, Tim came over and asked me what was wrong. I ended up telling him everything.
Everything? Like what me and Alicia said?
Yeah. He was disgusted that my own sisters would say something so horrible to me. After talking for a little, we really got to know each other. And after that, Tim asked me out on a date, and we've been seeing each other ever since.
So he's not likely going to want to go out with me or Alicia then?
Well, considering he's dating me, I doubt it very much. It's so typical that after telling you how awful you made me feel, all you can think about is if you can steal my boyfriend away from me.
That's not... It's just, he seems a bit out of your league. Surely he would be more comfortable with someone a bit more his attractiveness level?
Trust me, he's dealt with girls like you and Leash for the majority of his life. He knows exactly what kind of people you two are, and he wants nothing to do with you.
Oh, and what kind of person am I then?
You're someone who only thinks of herself. All you're interested in is finding a man who's handsome and rich so that you can flaunt him like a new handbag. You wouldn't actually care about his feelings or what he thinks. You just use him for your own means.
I am not like that.
The sad thing is, because of how self-centered and vain you are, you'll probably end up missing out on meeting someone who's really great and likes you for more than just your looks. Because, let's face it, they won't last forever.
That's not true. I mean, you managed to find a cute, rich guy, so how hard could it be?
Yeah, I did, but that's because I'm not shallow like you or Alicia. I know I might not be the best looking person out there, but I'm happy with who I am. I'm kind and caring, and what I'm like as a person is worth 10 times your looks. Tim saw that, which is why he likes me. He doesn't care if I'm not a so-called 10. I listen to him and make him feel valued. That's what's important.
Blah, blah, blah.
Don't you think it's funny that neither you nor Alicia were able to find boyfriends whilst you were away? It's not because you look bad, I'll give you that. And I wasn't even there to screw it up. It's because you're both as dull as white paint.
How dare you?
Look, I don't really care what you think of me anymore. I know I'll never be up to your standards, but I'm really okay with that. I just hope that you two sort yourselves out and realize what's really important before it's too late. After that conversation with Tessa, Tim and I went on to enjoy a wonderful time in Italy. Because Tim is a famous landscape photographer, he travels the world looking for the best landscapes to take pictures of. This means I get to go with him and see all of these amazing sights. The two of us make sure to support and help each other in everything we do, and because of that, we have really grown to love each other. Tim even asked me to marry him. As for my sisters, they're still looking for love. Alicia is still as self-centered and selfish as ever, meaning that she hasn't worked on herself one bit, which is probably why all the good men are avoiding her. Tessa has listened to me a little bit, and while she is still concerned with her looks, she's recently signed up for a nursing course to try and expand her intellectual and emotional capabilities. Because of this, she seems to have met quite a nice paramedic, so hopefully she continues to work on herself and develop a proper relationship. Life isn't just about looks. It also matters what's in your heart, as that is what truly lasts forever.